When you realize nothing is missing and that you always have what you need in this very moment. When you start to practice to love reality exactly as it appears, as if you chose it, and you realize that everything that ever happens to you is not happening to you, but it's happening for you, for your own awakening. You realize that you have an abundance of opportunity to wake up. You have everything you ever could possibly need within you right now to fully awaken. And the Buddha taught that anyone can awaken. Any of us can awaken. Any of us can become enlightened. You have everything you need right now to become awakened. When you let go of time and you become embodied in your being, who you are in this moment, right here, you have everything you're ever going to need in this moment. You have and you are completely whole in your being right now in this moment. And it's fear-based thinking to project these metrics, what I call the hidden metrics of mind. But when we attach to this kind of poverty mentality, this poverty mind, this mind that is insatiable, that once it gets money, and once it gets the affection, and once it gets the relationship, once it gets the job, and once it gets the thing that it said it wanted, it's never enough. It's never enough because it's always in a state of lack. It's always in a state of grasping for more security. I can relate to having poverty mind. I grew up in poverty, and I don't think that's the only way to have poverty mind. I think you can be very wealthy and still have poverty mind and believe that nothing is ever enough. And that's because you're stuck in mind's labyrinth. Nothing will ever be enough for mind. Mind is insatiable. The ego is insatiable. Right? The ego also has a craving for freedom. It just does it in a very self-deluded way, in a way that causes suffering, that causes longing and yearning and desires and insatiable needs. And returning to your being actually brings you back to clarity. It brings you back to a sane mind. It brings you back to the only time that actually exists, which is here, in the now. To return to now and to be fully engaged with reality and open to reality and curious and learning from it and not resisting life. You start to see the abundance that surrounds you. You start to feel what today actually means, what now actually means. Now means pure potentiality. Pure potentiality. It means that there are infinite possibilities. This pure potentiality takes you away from the poverty mind, which keeps you stuck in fantasies, in these little mind movies of I don't have enough, what am I going to do? Worry cycles. And it brings you back here, the only place you can take clear action, and the only place you can realize that you have everything you're ever going to need in this very moment. and that there is ground under your feet. It's called the floor, and it's supporting you. And you can feel gratitude on the bottom of your feet for having that support underneath you. And it's what returning to the ordinary means, is what this whole channel is about finding that ground here in the ordinary. When you go for a walk, you're mingling with the sublime. Look around you. Look at those trees, look at those birds, look at those worlds surrounded by worlds of unknown. And it's so beautiful, it's so vast, and it's so unknowable, and it's so fresh. And you're never going to ever see it the way it's appearing in this very moment. And there's something so precious about that. And there's something so abundant about that. And there's this question I want to leave you with, and I really want to know what you think. I really want to hear what you think. Is the universe friendly? That's it. What's your answer? Is the universe friendly? Is the universe friendly, or do you feel that you're somehow cursed, or you're waiting for the next bad thing to happen, or you feel disappointed by life over and over again? When you start to live in the ordinary, you start to come back to the present moment, and you stop living in the past and the projections and the stories of the past, and you stop worrying about a future, and you just spend more time dwelling here in the now and mingling with the sublime that is here all around you, the abundance that's all around you. You start to feel the universe is friendly. The universe has got my back. Your fundamental state, your innate mind, your inherent mind is a mind that is clear, that is pure, that is vast. It's free from fear. It's bliss. It's joyous. It's grace. That is who you fundamentally are, beyond all thoughts, beyond all storylines, beyond all identities, is that pure quality of mind. And we practice so that we can return to that mind and return often and realize that we are love itself. Nothing is missing. Nothing is missing.